Well, I guess just as camp itself is winding down, I mean, obviously there's still plenty of work to be done before the first game, but a little progress update of how the safeties are doing, first of all.
Again, we had great, Jeremy Tyler had a great day the last 2 days. He's really flown around, really solidified that second spur spot, as well as, Shane Commodore. If we have to play, JT at spur, Shane Commodore's done a great job of being able to play bandit and free safety. So I think we found the 6 guys we're looking for. We still have time to work those other guys in, but I feel comfortable with the 6, with 2 guys trying to creep into 6, so we're in good shape.
You talk to Brian Mitchell, he'll say that you need to have at least 3 cornerbacks who can rotate in just because of the offenses that you go up against. Do you feel the same way with the safeties, or does it become more of a concrete, ones and then their backups?
Well, because each one of them do different things. They're sort of separate positions, unlike corner where it's sort of mirrored. The bandit and the spur can sort of be the same guy, spur being a little bit more athletic. The free is pretty interchangeable. That's probably the easiest mentally to handle, because you're in the post a lot. You don't have a lot of blitz responsibilities and stuff. But I think if we had 5 going in, I'd feel comfortable with that.
Is it safe to say Jeremy's the backup at free and spur then?
Yeah, the way it looks right now, I mean, he's shown he can do both. It's going to be the next best guy. If anything, God forbid, happens to the starting 3, I think Jeremy would be a great option along with Jared Harper, depending on what position it is.
How much will today's practice and next Saturday's practice determine the final decisions you guys are making?
Well, we will grade this tape this afternoon or tomorrow, and finalize a depth chart going into next week, and then the next scrimmage, if we need to make adjustments, we will. But this is going to be a telltale sign of where people start to fit and get the reps moving forward.
You mentioned you're back to the swing thing again. Obviously, you want to have 2 for each one, but that's just the way it is.
That's
right
a luxury
now,
if you have that.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you got to make it work. Like I said, all 3 safeties are in my meeting room, so they're hearing it, and you cross train anyway, just in case. So. And they're a little bit older now, so they understand what the other guys are doing on the team, as opposed to just their position. All right, and that was a conversation we had today about, what did you guys learn this camp? Well, I learned a little bit more about what the Bandit's doing and the Mike linebacker's doing. Well, now we've progressed. Now it's not just what I'm doing. Now it's how I fit within the defense. So we've made a lot of progress there.
How about that spur? I know that spur is so important in your defense. It's got to be the
most.
Yeah.
It's the catalyst.
Coach Galloway, Coach Snyder.
KJ is a perfect fit for it because he can blitz, he can play man, he can play on the roof, he can disguise, he can tackle. I mean, it is probably the key, in our defense and what we're doing, because he has to do so many things.
What about behind him?
Well, it's going to be JT.
Yeah.
I think as of right now, where I was working with Thunderberg and working with Kevin Williams, the true freshman, and they're just not ready yet. I mean, they could be. They're just JT's further along in the system, and he's more mature. Hopefully, if one of those guys, move forward, then we can move Jeremy back.